Hey everyone, my name is Jay Katsumata, and I finished 18th at YCS Anaheim 2025 playing Maliss. Some quick shoutouts before I hop into the deck profile. First of all, to my boys, Jeremy, Josh, and Matt, and my girlfriend Gianna. Without them, wouldn't have been able to make this happen. So let's hop into the deck profile. So like I said, I played Maliss. Pretty cookie cutter list, I'll be honest. I chose Maliss because I thought it was a really good meta call for the event. If you looked at Lima and Lil, not a lot of people were playing Lancey in the side deck, and when people stop respecting this deck, it can do some pretty crazy things. I did opt out of the Allure or the Striker package. I did think that I wanted to play more non-engine because a lot of the pure decks make pretty fair boards, but you don't really have a lot of unique pushes. So I really wanted to minimize the amount of interruptions I was playing into. This deck can play through like 2 or 3 interruptions, and as long as you get to link 3, it's pretty face roll after that. But sometimes when you're playing through multiple interruptions, you just don't have enough pushes to get to your link 3. So let's start off with the names. I am maxing out on the names. There's only 9 now, so it's really hard to see them. And you do want to see them because you do need them for your link 3s. So we are playing 3 cat, 3 hare, 2 rabbit, 1 dormouse. We're also playing 3 field spell, or well, two field spell and a terraforming. Cold Sark, Malice in the Mirror, MTP, and TB11. I decided to play TB11 over GWC just because I thought GWC really only increases the ceiling of your end board, and it does help you play through Nib, kind of. But a lot of people are cutting Nib from the main deck or entirely. So I figured TB11 actually helps you play more rather than increasing the ceiling of your end board, and that's really what you need in this deck. You kind of need to be able to play rather than a higher ceiling, because the deck kind of puts up a pretty insufferable board if you're able to get to your full combo. For the Ignister package, we're playing 3 backups, 1 wizard, and mag and a druid. These are basically extenders. They're not really non-engine, but they do kind of come up in some matchups, specifically like Mitsurugi. They don't play around it. But they're really just there as extenders. For non-engine, we're playing 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Fua, 3 Imperm, 3 Bell, and 3 Impulse. My idea going into this event is that, like I said, I thought a lot of the pure decks made pretty fair boards that low impacts can kind of minimize the threat of. So that was my thought process in the main deck, keeping them all low impacts. For the extra deck, we're playing 1 Almirage, 2 Linkaribo, 1 Spider, 1 Lizardos, 1 Dark, 1 SP, 1 Wicked, 3 of the Malice Links, or 1 of each Malice Link, I should say, Firewall, Access Code, At Code, and Typhon. And then for the side deck, we are playing 3 Lancia, 3 Droll, 3 Nib, 3 Retaliancy, and 3 D-Barriers. So like I said, I wanted the main deck to be primarily low impacts, just to have a better spread into matchups. But because of that, we wanted to make the side deck more targeted for hate. So as you can tell, they're all high impacts or floods, basically. This deck, again, thrives on minimal boards because once it starts going, it's really hard to stop. And most decks can't play through 1 flood and 2 low impacts, or even 2 floods. Lancia is in the side deck because I did want to respect Malice. I thought more people would bring it. And I think a good amount did bring it. I played 3 mirrors throughout the event, which is, I think, a lot more than I expected. Or I think than most people expected. But Lancia didn't actually come up. I didn't draw at any of those games. But it's also there for Crystron and for Lunalight. As far as the list goes, some things that I would change. Probably Linkaribo, switch one of those for Link Disciple just for an extra attribute for access code. And I don't know if I'd play Typhon again. It didn't really come up, but yeah, maybe it could have been topological, but that seems kind of fake. Anyway, that's the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.